go ahead and join on in. Let me go ahead and share so everybody knows that I am live. But as you guys join in, let me know how y'all are doing, how y'all feeling, how life going for y'all, all of that. Hey y'all. Give this video a big thumbs up as you join in. Let me know how y'all are doing. Okay, you guys are joining in. Hey, hey, hey. Give this video a big thumbs up as you guys join in. Share it with somebody. Share it on your Facebook. Let me know how you're doing, how life is going for you. I'm basically just sharing that I'm live, so that my family on Instagram and Facebook and everything like that can join me. So, okay, did that. Okay, I think I shared it everywhere I need to. All right. So yeah, as you guys tune in, definitely let me know where you're watching from. Like I said, give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't already. Okay. I know I said y'all was going to share one more place, but then I'm like, okay, let me do one more place. Then I'm going to be ready. I promise. But yes, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what you got going on right now. All right, y'all, that was the last place I needed to share. Put that on mute so I can see y'all's comments. Okay, let's see. All right, guys, I see your comments. Hey. Did they catch Marcel's sickness? No. Just getting over something, IDK what it was, but glad it's over. Remember to take care of yourself too. All right, y'all. So, excuse me, I'm looking a bit rough. I have a mix of my YouTube gear on plus some workout shorts because I have been doing some in-home workouts, y'all, because I have not been able to get to the gym the way I needed to. Because as y'all see, my kids are sick. Let me just open this up so I can see y'all's comments. And so I said, let me hop on here and give you guys a live so we can just sit and talk about it. Just talk about it all. Talk about what you got going on. Talk about what I got going on. Do like a family meeting per se. Okay, I see y'all's comments. All right, I see Tampa, Florida is in the house. Decatur, Georgia. Alpharetta, Georgia. I love that. Texas. As you Portugal. I know that's right. I love that Indiana is watching. I love that so much. Let me blow these comments up so I can see. Hope they feel better. It's been a virus going around. Yes. So, Pennsylvania in the house. Yes. I love this. All right, I see y'all's comments big. Okay, so yes, this actually started. Today is Thursday. No, is today Thursday? Yeah, today's Thursday, October 9th. Today's my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. Yeah, today's my mom's birthday, and that's amazing. I'm trying to like figure out not what to say. I don't want to tell y'all her age or like her business or anything, but just know that today the Queen Bee was born. And so I told her happy birthday on like Facebook and everything. Y'all probably seen it on Instagram if you're on those different platforms. But today is my mom's birthday. So definitely drop happy birthday in the comments. If she's watching or if she watches the replay, she'll see it. And I know it would definitely make her feel good. I see North Carolina is in the house. Hey, North Carolina. But yeah, guys. So today is Thursday. And this started last Thursday. So I'm about over a week in, and pretty much what happened is, y'all know Justin, he has autism, and so he is oftentimes more susceptible to getting sick. That's just the reality of it. And just sit right there. Just sit right there. That's just the reality of it. And it could be a lot because when he goes to school, he, is the one that puts his hands in his mouth more than the others. And so that causes him to easily pick up things. So typically, it's not like obsessive, but it's just, more than other kids. And so it makes him more susceptible to getting sick. So anytime school starts and stuff like that, Pennsylvania's in the house. I love that. Anytime school starts, I already know that there's a chance that Justin Jr. may bring something in the house. And so I'm always typically prepared for it as soon as they get into school. But that sometimes happens just in general, when the kids ain't been around kids and then they get around kids again. But that's just the thing. So last Thursday, Justin got sick. I love their school down. I love it so much. So this isn't like to say anything about the school because the school is amazing. I literally have nothing bad to say about the school. Love the school. Love the oldest kid's school. Love the youngest kid's school. But the principal was pretty much like, the staff was pretty much like, it's been a lot of viruses. They pretty much got every virus you could think of right now going on. And I even seen somebody put in the comments that it's been viruses going around. TV said, I hope they feel better. It's been viruses going around. And so last Thursday, Justin got sent home from school. And because of that. And took him to the doctor. And because of it, he literally had to stay out of school for 7 to 10 days, pretty much. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, because y'all know I got all 6 kids in school right now. And that time during the day is really my pocket to breathe, exhale, go to the gym, work, ship out orders, do all the things that I need to do. And so when I first found out, like, Justin's sick and he has this virus, I'm like, okay, this isn't a biggie. It's just Justin, you know what I'm saying? What I need to do is just make sure I'm keeping him quarantined, essentially, because I don't want it to spread to the other kids and then the other kids not be able to go to school because of it. So when sicknesses come, when it's the common cold and stuff like that, that's not too bad, you know what I'm saying? Because, granted, I don't want them to be sick, period, but it's, like, not too bad because, it doesn't typically cause a fever and all of these different side effects that scream urgency, for schools and stuff like that. And so with this virus, it had all the things. And so I'm like, okay, I got to keep him quarantined. But this is kind of tough because, I have things that I have to do. I still have to work, And it just was tough because, when it comes to help with the kids, I don't get the type of support that I need and deserve. So I'm arranging everything from doctor's appointments. I have tried to get help before, like, hey, can you take me to the doctor? It's always just, and so when a sickness happens, I have a lot of things on my plate. One, okay, managing how things are going to flow, managing how how things are going to flow, while also managing getting him to the doctor, getting his prescriptions filled, and keeping him quarantined so the other kids don't get sick. So, the thing was, okay, so it started with Justin Thursday. I told all the other boys, I gave them a rundown. Even though they're young, I gave them a rundown. Hey, y'all, I always leave with, of course, whoever's sick, we love our brother, but we're going to have to, stay separated as far as, like, not touching toys, not doing this, Okay, Justin, and stuff like that. And so, y'all probably hear throughout this live, Justin Jr. is going to tell me, he tells me every time he has to go to the bathroom, so that's what that is. And so I think because, in school you have to raise your hand and let the teacher know, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. I think it's just translated into at home, so he just always asks. Sometimes y'all might hear me say something in the live, like, okay, Justin, or you may not hear me say nothing at all because, it's just really a coping thing with him. But that's neither here nor there. Just wanted to tell y'all that. So yeah, started with Justin on Thursday. Then about 2 to 3 days later, my other two youngest end up getting it. And so the thing was, I had told them, stay separate, y'all, stay separate, y'all, stay separate. But they were so set on not doing that. And so, of course, I offered them redirection, staying here. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, to keep everybody in school is way intense than people think. And what I mean by that is, right now, I have about 3 different sessions of times where I disinfect the house. Disinfect the top layer, disinfect the bottom layer. Because I'm trying to keep the other kids healthy. And so it's like, I'm doing all of these things, and I'm also telling them, stay away from each other. And so they were still set on doing it, and I'm just like, or touching their toys and this, that, and the third. So I'm like, okay, it's only so much I can do because I'm already running on fumes. Because can y'all imagine me? I'm still Justin's home, so that means I'm serving him breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Keeping him occupied. I asked the school, can y'all send him some work so he can still do work? It's a lot of moving parts while also trying to work, create content, because, just because I have a sick child doesn't mean I get a pass on working and stuff, or get a pass to just, hang out, or just be a full-time mom caring for kids. So I have all this going on while also creating content, while also working, while also handling doctor's appointments, filling prescriptions, and spraying my house down 3 times a day, ending the day with Lysol, just all the things, y'all. And then the other 2 end up getting sick. So it's like by that point, when they got sick, I'm just like, oh my gosh, Lord, like, I'm trying to do everything I possibly can, knowing that when I took Justin to the doctor already let me know, hey, like, you can do everything you can, but just know that this can spread. You know what I'm saying? It's a virus. It can spread. You have multiple kids, and though, because I'm telling her my different situation, though the house is spread out and everything, is like, it's just not inevitable because I have kept 2 healthy. But she's like, you're a single mom, so it's like, don't beat yourself up if your other kids pretty much get sick. But in my world, it's like, I try to just check off all these boxes, so it's like, I don't want them to get sick, so let me try to do everything I possibly can. Long story short, Miles and Maverick end up getting sick. So I end up quarantining all 3 of them together. Mind you, and I'm saying mind you like we on FaceTime or something, but mind you, I'm doing different dinner times, different bathing times. Like, can y'all imagine? It be so intense. This is why I do everything to make sure my kids stay healthy, but it's nothing you can do, when they're going to school and stuff. But I'm spraying the house down 3 times a day, ending the day with Lysol, disinfecting it 3 times. Oh essentially 4 times, because the last round I do is Lysol. And then when it comes to feeding schedules, like everybody's eating at different times, so dinners are like stacked. You know, the healthy ones may go first this time, and then the sick ones go later. Like, it's a whole thing, while also trying to do life as far as like all the things that I have to do. It's not for the weak, y'all. When I tell you I feel like I was hanging on by a thread, boy, Lord Jesus, nothing but his grace. Y'all ask me how I do it with healthy kids. 6 healthy kids. When they're sick, mind you, it's just me. So it's like I have to keep myself healthy. I have to keep myself from getting it. Because if I go down, if I get sick, there's no one coming to help, unfortunately. And this isn't like a sob story. I'm just giving y'all the real raw. Trust me, I've tried. It's on me. And so I'm wearing gloves and all that kind of stuff just to keep everybody good. So the 3 end up getting sick, they're quarantined. Then I get a call, probably, I think it was on Tuesday this week, saying that Milo was sick. I'm like, oh Lord. No, I'm like, no, because I know every time is a 7 to 10 day window. So it's like, you know, when it started with Justin, see, Justin is getting ready to wrap up. Monday, Justin can go back to school, but guess what? It's a break. So he's not going back to school. They're going to be on fall break. So pray my strength, because I've been just going. And then for him to actually be well and not be able to go to school, but then goes on a break is just like, oh my gosh. Before I know it, it's been 3 weeks of my schedule being changed and altered and appointments being canceled. And it's like, when I think about the immense amount of makeup work I'm going to have to do, essentially, it's nobody but God that can carry me through. But anyway, so Milo gets sick this Tuesday. And so I'm like, okay, well, he needs to be quarantined for 7 to 10 days. So that means next week is break. So he will be good by the time break is over and it's time for him to go back to school. But I just know for the next 7 to 10 days that's him being quarantined. So today is Thursday, and Marcel and Mateo are still well, doing good. I mean, when I tell you hand washing and hand sanitizer is being passed around like it ain't no tomorrow around this house, is wow. As much hand sanitizer and soap and stuff I've used, I know they should be my next sponsors. And so, yeah, that leads me to my title. What was it? 4-6 kids, no break in sight. Let's talk about it. So, this weekend, I was supposed to have a break. The kid's supposed to go with the co-parent. And I kid y'all not, I get a cancellation text. This right here almost sent me through the roof, because like I haven't had a break in weeks, and it's like I need this break because I've been running I don't even know what you call it over here, but since last Thursday, disinfecting, running different lunch and dinner schedules. Mind you, still having to get the other kids from the bus. When I have to absolutely go out the house, kids are masked up, separate, like it's a whole thing, because it's just me. So if I do have to go somewhere, I have to load everybody up and like keep it as separate as I can, which is super hard. So I try not to go anywhere if I can help it. But of course, you know, that's not always possible. But I try not to. I've been getting the groceries delivered, this delivered, that delivered. And I've been trying to do things to make life easier, like takeout and stuff, but it's just like, that's just not always the answer. And with 6 kids, sometimes it's like, I don't care how much money you got, it's still cheaper to like cook at home. because with my kids, see, because the size of my kids, people be thinking that they're not big eaters. But when I be posting those reels and y'all saw Mateo making a plate for all 6 of them and they all eating 2 hot dogs with this and with that, these kids can go. Why they don't gain weight or whatever kind of metabolism they got, baby, that's what they got. But they do run around all day. All day, all day, all day, all day. They are always busy. It's rare that they are just sitting down. Don't get me wrong, they're not bad kids, but they are very busy ones. And so they can eat. So when I gotta get pizza, say I do pizza, it's almost like 4 boxes of pizza for them to really be satisfied. Because they're gonna want it, for them to get 2 slices of pizza is 2 boxes. So they're gonna want between 3 to 4 slices. Easy. I'm talking about down to Maverick. Easy. Maverick and Miles do show their weight a little more, but the other 4, they're just, and it might be like, I don't know. But yeah, so eating out and stuff, unless it's a buffet, it just, to me, isn't feasible because my kids, they just like to go and go and go. And so it's just like, it don't sometimes be easier to do that option. Excuse me. And so, that's been my life right now. And it's been a handful. And so then when I got that cancellation text, I'm like, I need this weekend break because of all that's been going on. I was planning it out. How I'm going to rest, how I'm going to exhale, how I'm going to just be, because y'all, 9 times out of 10, I know a lot of people are like, and this is just me being transparent. You make it look so easy. But 9 times out of 10, I could be honest with y'all, I am doing the work of like 20 people. Because I'm used to carrying a lot, I make it look easy, but it's not ideal if you can avoid it. You know what I'm saying? Granted, I'm always here to give people hope of, if I can do it, you can do it. But I'm never gonna sit here and be like, oh, this is my preferred way of doing things. When it comes to business life and work life, YouTube, content creation, all of that, that's in the bag. But when you add that with mothering and doing all the things while being a single mom and not getting the support that you truly need, that's when everything starts to become, because it's just like you're already doing the work of 2 people, but then we're not getting adequate breaks, when you're not getting the adequate funds, or you're not getting the adequate this, that, it just makes everything more complicated. And I'm not going to talk on this topic so long, but it's just like, it's one thing for you not to have the help, but you are getting the resources. Because we all know resources do play a big part. Then it's one thing that, say you're not getting the resources, but you're getting the help. Then it's like, shoot, you know what I'm saying? That help gonna go a long way. But when you're not getting the adequate resources or the adequate help, it's like, God dog, you instantly start doing the work of like a lot of people, because you're carrying it financially, you're carrying it, you ain't got nobody to call when there's a doctor's appointment, like, and you ain't got the funds. As far as like, you're not getting the funds, the resources you're supposed to be getting. I mean, dog. So it don't be no joke. Yeah, somebody said mentally it's draining. Yeah. Because like I said, when you got I'm always somebody like, if you got the help, say, you're not getting the resources. Okay. But if I need help with a doctor's appointment, I need help with this, I need help with that, you there, you doing it, you know what I'm saying? Or it's a 50-50 type of thing. Like, I can't even, what can I say? You know what I'm saying? And then the same thing is with the resources. Like, you know, you not showing up, but you sending what's supposed to be sent. And it's like, okay, I mean, hey, I can make it in shape. But nonetheless, that is what it is. But definitely, I know I keep God first, but it gets tough for sure. And then with 6, it's just like, and so while all the sickness is going on, y'all, I got picture day tomorrow for the 2. It's supposed to be for the 4, but because the other one's sick, it's for the 2. So I got their outfits, their haircuts. What else? Projects and stuff I do. So I've been doing all that this week. Mateo has a project I got to turn in tomorrow. So it's been a lot. But one thing I've done is just have systems. Systems is what has carried me. Systems is what has saved me. Because I may not have the extra hands, but if I have, like, I have a notebook that basically, you know, on Sundays I can write down everything that's due as far as the kids, you know. Who needs this money? Who needs book fair money? Who needs to get haircuts for pictures? Who has a field trip coming up? All that in there. And then I'm able to look at it every day and say, okay, this is this. It also gives my mind time to relax and exhale and not have to carry so much. So I try my best to come up with systems. You know, I was talking on my Instagram, and I think I put it on YouTube too. No, I don't think I put it on YouTube yet. But I was talking, we can talk about it now, honestly. But I was talking on, thank you so much, Miss Williams. She said you are doing great. Thank you. But I was talking about it the other day on my Instagram. Basically, because what I'm learning is, okay, when the boys come home, these are for my oldest 4, not my youngest 2. But when my oldest 4 come home, there's like, they have their systems. Come home, take your shoes off, put your book bag up, go get a snack out the pantry, sit down, eat your snack, drink your juice. Hey. But what I'm learning is I need a better system for them to, like, give me their folders so I can check folders and agenda. Of course, you know, they hang their book bags in the closet and I'll go around and I'll check and everything, but it's just like tough. So I'm thinking about maybe putting like a cubby system, and so when they get home, they put their shoes there. But I want y'all know how I am with my house. Like, I don't be wanting my house to look like a kid fun zone. I like it to still have like variety. You know what I'm saying? Upstairs the kids have their playroom. You know, they have their rooms and my rooms. But I love every room to have like its own vibe. Like, I'll see this room right here. This is not a kid room right here. This is my office is over, my office and stuff is over here, and then this area is like my podcast. And so what I'm saying is, I like my room to have variety. I like my house to have variety, and I don't like it to just look like just one thing, like a kid fun zone. Even with 6 kids, I still believe you can have a home of luxury, of elegance, of family, unity. It could just be everything. It don't have to just be one thing, but that's just me. And so I say that to say whatever goes in that like walkway right here, I don't want it to look too kitty looking, you know. I want it to be nice but still functional for them, just a good medium. And so essentially what I want them to do is when they come through the door, put their shoes, take their shoes off, put them in the closet, hang their jackets up, hang their book bag. But before they go into the kitchen to get their snacks and hand sanitizer and all that stuff, I want them to take their folders and their agendas out their book bags and like sit them on something, so that at the end of the day, or sometimes before it, because, you know, sometimes I need to check that agenda right now, see how that behavior was. but I don't have that too much. But yeah, I want them to be able to put their folders and their agenda and all that on the table so that, evening time I can come through, check it all, sign it all, and basically any important announcements and stuff that I need to know, I can put it in my stuff. Because what they've been doing before, at one point I was trying to establish this, and while they're getting home from school, everybody's running me their folders and their agendas, and I'm just like, no, this ain't working. Because you never know what I have going on in that moment. Like, sometimes I have meetings that literally are right when I get through the door with them. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the cookie crumbles. Or, like the other day, I had an IEP meeting for Justin to update his IEP. And that was literally after I got them off the bus. Like, I'm answering literally as I'm getting through my door. So, them coming home and giving me their agendas and folders while I'm on that car is just not ideal. It's just overwhelming a bit. And so having something that is, yeah, I agree, Tiffany. Having something as far as like the decor, having something that's functional, and works well, is like essential to me. So, yeah, y'all. Yeah, y'all. But that's what's been going on with me. Now that I don't have my break this weekend, boy, am I crushed. Mind you, I've been so busy. I haven't been able to catch up with my friends or nothing. Thank God I have friends that understand where I am right now in life and like what's going on. Because it's like I be wanting to plan for them. I told them, hey y'all, I know, I haven't been able to hang out. Let's do it this weekend. Now look. And so it's just like having to reschedule that and anything else that I had. That's the only thing about being not the only thing, but that's one thing about being a primary parent. When a person cancels, they don't care about anything that you got going on that weekend. Appointments you didn't book, they got cancellation fees. It's just the heck what you got going on. This is what you gonna be doing. And it's just like, it's so inconsiderate. It's so inconsiderate because, and it don't matter what's going on, because when life happens for me, I still have to do it with the kids. So it's like, it's really nothing you can tell me that is really excusable, essentially, for you not doing what you got to do. Because it's like, no matter what's going on in my life, I still have to show up for my kids. And I just feel like it should be like that across the board. But yeah. So those plans, and it's not going through this weekend. And it's like I so desperately need this time to just breathe and exhale, get my nails done, and just do me, and shed all the roles that I wear for just a moment, because it don't even be long. But y'all know 48 hours when you ain't had nothing in a while is like great. But yeah, and so that's that. And so the thing is, somebody said, I feel your pain. 2 kids are dragging me down. TB, you crazy. But oh Lord, if 2 kids drag you down, what am I? I must be getting hit and dragged by a bus at this point. But God sees everything. Yeah, and that's why I don't even that's what keeps me steady. Not like ever, wanting revenge type vibe, but more so like just in general, God sees everything. Of course, I'm just having a transparent conversation with y'all, so I'm sharing things. But if I never told anybody what was going on this week, or how I'm disinfecting the house and doing this and separate lunches and doing this and still showing up, doing projects, shopping for picture day, like if no one never knew I know God knows, he sees, and he repays me accordingly. And you know, that's what keeps me going. And you know, people ask me like, girl, how do you be looking good after 6 kids? Or how do you do this? How do you do that? How do you make time for this? How do you do that? God, because he knows what I'm doing in real life, and I just feel like he just orders my steps and makes my crooked ways, as they say, as it says in the word, makes my crooked ways ahead straight. And while he moves them mountains out my way, bro, he moves them out my way. Don't get me wrong, I face challenges clearly, but like he'll move stuff on my way. I'll go through it. It's like the 3 Hebrew boys that was in the fire. Like, I'll be in the fire, but I won't get burnt. I won't smell like smoke. Like, I have these experiences so that I can even connect with people more. I can understand. I can, you know, I get it. You know, you gotta, if you haven't rocked with me from the beginning, you know, I was married when I had all my kids. You know what I'm saying? So, from my impression, I had a stable foundation, and to now, for things to change, and now know what it's like to be a single mom, what it's like to not have the support you need, what it's like to know about child support, what it's like to know about this and that. Like, I didn't know about those things, and I had no intentions of knowing about them things, but it's made me stronger. It's made me know more about things that go on. I was never, I would say, like disconnected from certain experiences, but you live a different life. Here, you live a here you go, Tim. You just live a different life. He said line 13 to 9 here, and then this the other side. There you go. Rub it in, and then put this back. You just live a different life, and so this has allowed me to just gather a lot of different experiences. I know, that's people's comments. Huh? No, that ain't Milo's name. That's somebody else's name though. Oh, it do kind of look like Milo. But it's Mila. I don't know how to spell her name, but Milo's just got an O. His Milo. That's Malia. Mila, I don't know. But see, baby. Okay. Dang, he made me lose my train of thought. But yeah. I don't know what I was talking about, y'all. I feel like I was talking good though. Oh, so basically now I have certain experiences and stuff that all right, baby, that's enough. Let me finish talking. We're not finna read all these comments right now, okay? All right, see you later. And so it has just allowed me to have different experiences and stuff and be able to relate more. But like I said, you know, this conversation is just really to talk, not to complain. I'm just really keeping it real and letting y'all know like what like things be looking like for me in real time. And I feel like this live is honestly me choosing connection over isolation. Because, baby, my friends know, I'll be going through a whole thing and will just be just posting, functioning, living life, and not a soul or a peep or know something from me because I don't seek out, like, I'm a very empathetic person. I'm always checking in. I want to see how you doing, how you feeling, how's your life, how's business. It's like, I'm that type of person, but when it comes to me, I'm not out here seeking, you know, that from people. So I'll be going through something and be right in the quiet. I'll more than likely isolate myself. But I feel like this live is really me just choosing connection over isolation. I'm just seeing some of y'all's questions. Somebody said something about moving back home. My city that I'm from, y'all, is so small. It's just like, it wouldn't even be an opportunity for me to even do the things that I need to do career-wise. And I've been very firm on the fact that though there would be more support, because trust me, with my family, shoot, I could have help every single day. Literally, multiple people. And though that sounds like exactly what I would love and need, it's just like, I am very big on showing my kids, not telling them. And so, because I was told things, but I feel like it's what you show them that sticks. And so I'm very big on, you know, I want them to go after their goals. I want them to soar. I want them to make good decisions. I want them to not limit themselves. And I feel like me living my life the way I do, I'm able to show them that. Because resorting to what's easier isn't always what's best. Because I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do with my career. I wouldn't be able to have the experiences that I have. None of that. And I don't believe just because someone else decides to opt out, that you should have to lower down your life or live a life that you don't want because they chose to opt out. Nah, I'm going to trust God and do what I know God is telling me to do, and I'm gonna let God take care of everything, and that's what He does, and that's how I'm still here standing. Might say I miss your granny, love her. Yes, me too. My grandma's amazing, I tell you. She hasn't been down here in a while. Yes, true, or settle for less. Yes, you're right. Yeah, I'm telling you, I just don't think it's fair, at all. So no. Seeing if there's any other questions. Some questions I just don't even like to even go in detail on. I feel like, you know, you can kind of read the room from just looking at everything. As far as like, and that's not like being rude, it's just like I just don't even like to talk about certain things more in depth. I'm seeing other questions. Most of us are in the same boat. We just 2 to 3 kids short. Ciao. And you know, this is just something that I'm just talking about. I'm just talking right now, y'all. But you know, I remember when, how long has it been, y'all? Because y'all know I can talk. Okay. But you know, a lot of people is like, it's so cool. Not it's so cool. It's great when you have all your kids with one person. It's responsible. It's good. You know. Excuse me. Opposed to, you know, having different kids with different men and having different fathers and having to keep up with all them people and everything like that. Don't get me wrong. I, of course, you know, agree with the way that I did things as far as like, you know, getting married, having all my kids, you know, different things like that. But I feel like the con to that, y'all can tell me what y'all have and what y'all think is the best. I don't know. Or it might just all just be whatever. But I think having all your kids with one person, I like that because it's not, I do know people that have had kids with multiple people and it's like, dang, you literally have to keep up with different men and all that. And it's just like, to me, it could be a little much if they're not all on the same page, like being respectful and all this. It could be a bit much when you get into a new relationship because it's all these different guys and that you still got to be involved with to a degree, or to some capacity. But then I feel like when you got your kids by all one person, it can kind of be a hit or miss at times because it's like, if that person opts out, whew, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, now you're like, this is all on you. Whereas I'm thinking, this is just me thinking, if you had, you know, different people, then it would be maybe 2 will go somewhere and you just left with 1. I don't know. Like I say, this isn't me wanting to have it differently as far as that aspect, but I'm always just curious of how it is in different situations. But then again, if you have all your kids with one person and they are actually heavily involved, oh, you done hit the jackpot. Cause shoot, say y'all doing 50-50, you all them kids going with one person at one time, you had a whole house to yourself for 2 weeks essentially, or if y'all do 1 week on, 1 week off, or if you need help with the kids and they all by one person, like if it's a person who's like all in, hands on, 50-50, doing their thing, you really hit jackpot. So I guess it's, somebody said, yeah, it's pros and cons to all, yeah. I think so at this point. But anyway, that was just something that I had thought about the other day. Um, uh, but yeah, I do still go to therapy, um, which does help. It does help. I feel like therapy, somebody say you take a chance either way. Yeah. Um, and therapy is still, yeah, I feel like it depends on the guy too. It definitely depends on it. That's the biggest, yeah, that's almost the biggest thing. That's why, you know, I shared in my last video. Somebody said, can we talk about the couch? Thank you. Um, did I do that right? Okay. Yeah, it definitely talks about it. Definitely depends on the person. Like, I talked about that in my last YouTube video. If y'all haven't seen it, definitely go check it out after this live. But it definitely always be depending on the person, because it's like, I talked about it in my book, but I was honestly talking about another point in my life. But things not dealt with only grow. And so if you seen certain red flags in the beginning, yes, people can change. But baby, it usually just grows and gets worse and worse and worse. And if this is what you got going on when they don't got no kids involved, it's like, yeah, you better go on and not even think about having kids with that person, because it can just be really, it's terrible. That's why now when I be dating, it's just like, it's just like, I don't know, baby, I can't go for certain stuff. I just can't. I just can't. Certain things, you know, I still have times, but it's like some things I'm just like, I already see, nah. The best thing is having a supportive person to help you too. I didn't have any help at all with my two. I had them 24/7. Yeah. And I think too, you know, it's a quantity that can kind of be heavy too, because I feel like if I had two, and this is just me as a mom of six that's saying this, because we're gonna have different experiences based on what we, because it's just like money, kind of like what everybody says is expensive is gonna be different compared to what you got going on. What may be expensive to you may not be expensive to me, but what may be expensive to me, it's just controversial essentially. So I'm saying this as a mom of six because I already have six. But I'm like, I be thinking like with two, I feel like, shoot, you can just hop them in the car, zoop, 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 go anywhere you want to go. It's just two kids compared to like when I be want to go to the store, it's six. And everybody got something. I'm just like, it's a train following behind me essentially. And I'm just looking like, child, y'all, and about six different personalities. No, it is six different personalities. And then I might got like 3 or 4 that'll be good in the store. Like, it's like, okay, this ain't bad. But then it's going to be 2 or 3 of them that make you feel like you got 6. Like, they're going to make you feel like you got 6. But then you got about 3 or 4 of them, depending on the day, that, shoot, you out. It ain't no big deal. It's just like sliced pies, everything gravy. But, baby. So, but this is my thought process as a mom of 6. Whereas somebody who has 2 kids and hasn't never experienced like more, you know, 3 times that, 2 probably feel like, shoot, it can be a lot. And so I get it. Nowadays these guys are too childish. Yes, you gotta keep a strong mindset. Yes, I have to. And one thing in the Bible, like God says, you have to renew your mind daily, and that's so true. Like if I don't renew my mind daily and remind myself daily, yes, you're so right, Deborah. Everybody says that. Um. So yeah, y'all, that's what's been going on. I really just wanted to do a chit chat and just talk. I had made me some hot tea, and I was like, let me get on live. Might as well. But y'all, that's pretty much what's been going on in my life. I still have been super, amidst all this, I still have been super productive. Shoot, y'all got my camera, but I might can show y'all. But my neon sign that's going to go right here is coming together very well. I'm going to show y'all a picture of it if I can get it pulled up. So we're almost done with this room, this space, and we'll be able to go ahead and start filming, which I am really, really, really excited for. Excuse me. I'm so excited for that, y'all. Where is the thing at? I'm trying to show y'all the dang, it went away. Okay, sign in. Boom. Boom. Continue. I think this is my sign in. Nope. Yeah, I hate when I don't be knowing my sign in. Is it? Let me try here. But I do want to show y'all the sign so y'all can see that. But other than that, I have been decorating the house still. I bought some stuff about 2 days ago for the house. Even with all this going on, all these sicknesses and stuff, I'm still buying furniture and I'm still buying furniture and stuff and still getting the house to how I wanted to look and everything. And so, all right, y'all, this is it. This is what the sign is going to look like. Oh, y'all see that? It says, I'm not the girl I used to be. And it's going to go right here. And it will be part of the backdrop. And then once I get that in, that is really the last thing, y'all. And we will be ready to go. And I will, we'll be having the podcast live, and so I'm really excited. I appreciate you guys and your patience. I appreciate everybody who has ordered from me a book, apparel. I appreciate them more than y'all know. I promise you I do. And before we go, let me talk to y'all. Well, I've been talking the whole time, but TV said you did things right, marriage and kids. I commend you for that alone. You deserve a pat on your back. Thank you. Sometimes I'm just like, ooh. But so y'all, I know the weather is getting ready to start getting cold. If it's not already cold where you are, it's gonna get fairly chilly here in Atlanta. Not too cold, but it will get somewhat cold. And I want to come out with some sets, but I'm trying to see what y'all want. Do y'all, because I'm gonna do like a drop. I don't think I'm going to sell items as separates. I just don't know what I want to do necessarily. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all would be interested in. I really want to do like a sweatpants and like hoodie type vibe. Like sell a set, you know, some cute fall colors. You know, your greens, your oranges, your burgundies, things like that. Of course, I'm always have pink because that's just the signature. But y'all let me know. And when y'all get, hold on, make sure y'all hit the thumbs up. If you have not hit the thumbs up on this video, hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up. Thumbs up this video if you have not already did so. But yeah, I want to know what y'all would be interested in. Would y'all prefer like hoodies and sweatpants, or would y'all prefer zip up jackets, you know, with the hood and sweatpants? Would y'all want like to be able to get a t-shirt or just stick to like hoodies? You know, what would y'all be interested in buying right now? Because I wear both. I wear hoodies and I wear the zip up. Then you got sweatshirts. I like sweatshirts, but I'm probably more of a zip up jacket person. But that's just me. I like hoodies too, but you know, the fact that you have to completely put it over you sometimes can be an inconvenience. Not 100%, but at times. I feel like them jackets where you just, you know, zip them up, you put the hood on and go about your day is really nice. Excuse me. Because say that you work in a nursing field or somewhere you can just put on top of your scrubs or put on top of this or that. That's what I'm thinking. But then again, I want to know what y'all like, what y'all are interested in. Because it's not, of course, about just what I would wear. It's about what y'all would wear. What are y'all interested in? So yeah, let me know. I've been working, y'all. I've been working, and you know, the type of person that I'm super ambitious. And I'm also a let me do all this in 9 days type of person. And I'm just saying 9 days as a number, but I've had to learn, which has been super hard. Um, some things are going to take 90 days, not 9 days. And that can be very hard for me because this is me. 90 days is an eternity. So I've just had to learn, like, okay, breathe. When this comes out, it will come out. And God's time is perfect. So when it does happen, God's going to handle it the way it needs to be handled. And so that's just what has been keeping me grounded. Yeah, okay, so a lot of y'all are talking about the zip ups. Okay, cool. I love that. Also, I was thinking about doing lives once a week today because everybody's some kids are quarantined, some kids are here, there, everywhere. This live was more just me, me talking and chatting with y'all and giving y'all an update. Somebody said that's the Aquarius. I am the same way. Whew. That's why it's me sitting here chatting. But I do want to do more lives, and so they'll probably mix between me chatting with y'all and the kids or something we got going on. I know one live we did, y'all enjoyed. That was us making pizza for dinner. So there's always something going on. And I was thinking about doing a live. Does weekday lives work best for y'all, or does weekends? Y'all let me know. Again, I'm more of a weekday content watcher. On the weekends, not really watching content. That's just me though. I'm a creator and a whole bunch of other things. So I always want to know what works for y'all and y'all's lifestyle. In some ways our lives are similar, in some ways they're different. I don't know what your routine may be. I'm getting up in the morning and working out. Y'all may be getting up, going to work and then working out in the evening. You may be working out in the morning, then going to work. I don't know. So I try to listen and see what y'all got going on to see, what may be the best fit. So if weekday lives are better, let me know so that I can plan accordingly. I will plan accordingly. But anything else y'all want to know, chat about? I see I've been on here for a safe 57 minutes, so I'm getting ready to wrap up. Y'all know, shoot, I can sit and talk. When I do my videos, y'all know I have to trim because it'll be a whole talking segment, y'all. Because I am quite naturally a talker, which is why podcasting is perfect for me. And, when I give speeches and things like that, or I have speaking engagements, that stuff be so effortless for me because I naturally love to just have that connection and encourage and motivate and stuff like that. The wallflower. What about the wallflower? Somebody had asked me about Bath and Body Works. What was the scent of the wallflower you got last time, Bath and Body Works? What was that scent? Shoot. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm gonna have to go to the video and see. Cause I genuinely don't even, I genuinely do not even know what it was, because this was the first time that I got this in particular scent. If somebody knows or remembers from my video, but I'm going to the video right now so I can see, because I couldn't even tell you. But it do smell good in here. I will tell you, it smells good in here. All right, let me see. I think I shared it at the end. Yeah, let me see. Okay, moonlit goddess. Moon, like the moon outside, lit, L-I-T, moonlit Goddess. Yes, and it smells amazing. It. Oh, somebody was already saying moon something. Oh yeah. Oh, that was you saying it. Yeah, it was good. Do you a lot of boys on a white couch? No. I mean, they've sat on here before, of course. But I don't. It's not like, you know, come in here and chill type vibe. But they've definitely sat on this before. Because I've been in my office right here, you know, across, and I've been working and stuff, and they come right here and sit and talk, and you know, but it's not like, yes, that's the name of it, yes ma'am. But it's not like they just in here chilling. That's what the sofa's in there for. And all that stuff they got upstairs. Mateo talking about he want me to get him, no, this plan is not real. Girl, I can't do real plans. I can't take care of nothing else. Nothing. No, ma'am. But it's cute though. I love that plant. I'm not sure where that plant is from. Excuse me, y'all. Any other questions though before I go? I have been, just a random fact, I have been getting to 10,000 steps a day. I'm pretty proud about that. I'm pretty proud about that. That was one of my goals that I wanted to do this last. Somebody laughing. I've always been afraid of the stains and never brought one while raising my kids. Yeah. Thankfully, I have a lot of space in here, and so, you know, it's so much other places, so many other areas you can be outside of on this couch. So that usually does it for them. And nowadays they love being in the living room anyway, because I got all these bikes and stuff that we don't take outside. Their bikes was specifically, excuse me, for indoors. They got the outside stuff in the garage, and so they ride them bikes all around the kitchen, the living room, and all that. That's what they do. So they don't even be thinking about this couch in here, to be honest. Yeah, girl, I can't take care of nothing else. I can't sign up for nothing. Shoot. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. We decided on weekday lives, so that's what it'll be. Hope y'all enjoyed hanging out with me. I looked weird doing that. I meant to do it like this. I was just doing most of this now. But yeah, that's it, y'all. I'm gonna lay these kids. The only 2 kids that's going to school tomorrow. I'm gonna lay their stuff out for picture day. Make sure they looking good. I'll have a segment in there. I'll record a segment of them so that y'all can see it in the next vlog. Then we're going into the weekend. Keep me lifted in prayer. We're going into the weekend and then into a 1-week break. They're going to be on fall break. So, What? So, yeah. What, Mateo?
I get the pit in my bag.
Am I going to work? Hold on, let me see. Hold on. I'm almost done, okay? And I'll see about that. Oh, yeah. For the project, yeah. But when I get done, okay? Yeah. Alrighty, friends. Let me get it on. Get on with the night. Tell but yeah, y'all. I love y'all so much. I hope y'all have a good night. And thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, hold on, Mateo. I love you so much. Mateo is wanting me to come do this project, so we're getting ready to do that. Yeah. Somebody say, hey, Mateo. You can't see them, but you see your name right here? He said, hey. They see you right there. Turn around. Say, hey. No, right here on the camera.
Hi.
Okay, he said, hey, y'all. All right. Yeah. All right, good night, family. I love y'all so much, and yeah, goodbye. Thank you so much. Y'all hear me say goodbye. Thank y'all for watching, and till next time. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, pause it.